The leather has been there for a very long time, but it was considered those days as craft. Those days that we have the O and A level arts, we have 2Ds and 3Ds. And the 2Ds were painting, it was not even called painting, they were sections. So, like we have still life, magnetic composition, figure, landscape, those were 2Ds. And the 3Ds was, that one, they would not label the paper as leather work. So we a question on modeling, carving, tie and dye, batik, and that kind of thing. So that existed long before. So when this educational reform came, I think 87, when they brought the JSS concept, then they introduced these courses at the schools, both the second circle and the JSS pre-vocational. So the pre-vocational, they were doing leather, textiles, calabash arts, and all that. SS, instead of that 2D thing, they brought in the various courses, ceramics, textiles, sculpture, and that's where leather came. So these things came up, then there was the need for teachers to go and handle those programs. Prior to that, Rinba was doing the diploma. So in that program, they have to turn it to a degree. And so those who even started have to do the diploma, then come for a top-up. Initially, they were doing these 5 areas: ceramics, textiles, picture making. At that time, not picture making, but painting. It was this new program, they changed it to picture making. So painting, textiles, then I think sculpture, were 5 areas. So the educational reform, when they wanted to vocationalize education, give the kids some practical, marketable skills, then they added jewelry, added basketry, and leather. So if you look at this department, these are 3 new courses that were added to it. Prior to the degree program, the diploma were taking these 5 areas. So if you look around, we have 5 buildings. We have this one, the ceramics. And the store building and there is for ceramics. You go inside the yard, this side is for sculpture. The other one is for painting. Then behind that is for textiles. And this one is for graphics. So these were the 5 areas. So with the educational reform, the vocalization and those things, they added this thing. Then that is where the whole thing started. So those who came will have to do some specialized in leather, basketry, jewelry, and others. So initially, I think it started when they turned this to university. It was even a diploma before time went on before you would do the 4-year straight away. So they needed to start with leather as a new course. Prior to that, few people have skills, artists have skills, but they've not done leather per se as a course. The closest will be tech, because tech have rural art. It was even a diploma at that time. And because the title, rural art, they deal with clay, leather, and but not a specialization like leather, as we are doing now. So they have some background. So to even get people to handle, like we have specialists in leather work was tough, because nobody has a certificate in leather work. So one lady came from tech, then he started. One Bobisa, he was the first to start, but her background is painting. So he came, started the leather, and at a point he left for, I think, US. Then some lectures around, pick up one retired lecturer, Mr. Himbo. He's still around, but not on campus, he's in town. He took it up. Then I think he was even do a part-time. Then I have to come in. And initially my background is not leather, it's ceramics. I came and Like when I had then they gave me the leather. So it was not going to be a problem for me. So I quickly had to organize, went back to Kumasi, got some books. Because I know a little bit of sewing, so it wasn't a big deal. Got some books, then okay. Then took up the whole thing. Yeah. Then the whole thing started. Oh, okay. Then the whole thing started. So at that time, Dr. Duku, he had a benefit of studying leather here.
Okay.
So Duku has done leather as a diploma and top up as a degree.
Okay.
So when he completed, he was taking not as a service, as a teaching TA, because he was a teacher already. Then, so the two of us were doing it. A time came, they revised the program, then I was taking the theory, he was taking the practicals. I think along the line, we needed to revise the courses. So the kind of courses that we are doing now, KJ and myself designed those courses.
Okay.
Course like Foundation Studies in Leather, Design and Construction in Leather, Decorative Techniques in Leather, Creative Activities, and Care Maintenance, then Studio Research in Leather. So these are the courses currently we are doing. But it's crafted in such a way that by the time you go through the system, you master the skills. Because you take them through both theory and practicals.
Okay.
And they said that the theory we are taking through material, know what the leather is.
Okay.
Then we are taking through the stitching. They have the stitch sample.
Okay.
Because the whole idea of leather, if you look at the materials, it's all cut and join.
Yeah.
So it's the joining that is so important. So we take them through joining. That is, and you have to make a stitch sample. You have various sample, tonguing and whatever. So once you are taking that through that, then you are taking through also decorative techniques.
Okay.
Then the design process that any artist will go through. Then that is it.
Okay.
Back with the theory, you should be able to do everything.
Okay.
With the electric creativity and so the interesting thing is that most of the works that I see and those who are doing leather, majority about 80% or more, or even 90, have not done leather anyway.
Okay.
SS, very few schools. So when they come, then they are faced with a situation. You need to do 1, 2D, 1, 3D, and the problem is we need to control it, because else all of them will go to one side. Because if everybody is doing textiles and graphics, for example, then there will be anybody to teach these courses, basketry, and so we cancel them. Those who are interested, then when the number is too small, we try and encourage some more. But at the moment, we don't even have problem with leather, because quite a number of students are doing. At the times, the class will be more than 60.
Okay.
I think the third years will be about 50 plus. The final years, when they were in third year, they were about 60 plus. But when it came to the final aspect where they need to take one of the two areas, and I think for that one, the number dropped to about 20. Independent research in studio research in leather, and this time the number is about 20. But it fluctuates. At times you get about 40, 20, 30. So that is how the whole thing is. So it's not a question of I've not done leather before. If you are interested and you have that, anybody who have gone through visual art at the SS, whether you've done leather at the SS or not, once you come here and you are interested, you can do it. Because It's all about creativity. You are taken through design, the creative process, then you should be able to do it. Because what I told my students that leather is nothing but the cutting door. No matter what, you cut. If it's a jacket, you cut the leather to pieces. If it's a bag, you cut to pieces. If it's shoe, you cut to pieces. And the only thing is the way you join. And the joining, you have several ways of joining. And leather is one material that, so when it comes to joining, you can't do anything. You can lace, you can nail, you can glue, you can rivet, you can tongue, machine sew. I mean, no other material have that capacity. So it permits manipulation by artists. So it's not that difficult. So we are having a lot of students who haven't done it at SS. When they come, they are able to go through because of the interest and the kind of training that they go through. Another thing that makes it a bit easier, you don't need these sophisticated materials, equipment, because the department don't even have anything. When the background I was talking about, those facilities that exist before they tend to, up to now, the new areas, they don't have anything. What we have is a leather room. When they started, there were not many, we said leather room. But now it's a classroom for all, so you still call it leather room, they don't do anything there. But so the other advantage is that you can easily go into it. You don't need any sophisticated tools, equipment. The most equipment, serious one, is the industrial sewing machine. But that one you don't expect you need to buy. The department have to give it. Have it. We have at least two there. I think three. The Adusah-Poku bought one second, and then we had two. Then the other equipment the students will need is only like the sewing equipment, tools and equipment. Those that the tailors need. Almost the same thing. Scissors, cutters, knives, threads, needles. Those are the things. Then maybe you come to portable, maybe sanders. So you don't need sophisticated or much materials. These sewing, lining, that kind of thing. So it's just like those tools that those into sewing will need. So when it comes to the other material, apart from leather, in fact the major thing is leather. Although it's a bit expensive, but it's not difficult to get. Even though made in Ghana leather is not quality. But we allow, if you have the imported one, fine. At certain times, we also allow the imitated one, synthetic leatherette. But not for the main work. You can use for backing and some other things. Because if you look at the work, so it's like the natural one. But at times, there are certain portions you can line in and some other things. So they do use it. So it's not difficult. The most important thing will be the leather. The rest are maybe lining, glue, a few other things. There are other things that we expect the university to get, stamps and other things. But go ahead to buy, there are portable machines, stamps and other things. It's not, and some other equipment. It's not like tools, it's not any big thing. Even though some are not available in the country, but you can order them online. Portable, they are portable things, machines. So that makes it very easy, not too difficult to. So material is not a problem. You don't need the background to have done leather. And one thing is, you look at these things. I mean, if you are selling these things, there's market for it, both local and international. But the unfortunate thing is, our students only want the certificate. And they will not want to go and set up. So when you give them project, it's like they are doing it for you. Once they finish, yes, some of the works, I don't see why I should collect and give it to somebody. You spend money on it. They will not even come for it. Not too difficult. When you come, you can't. If you really are interested, you master the skill. Because some of the works they do, you will marvel at. The people who don't have that background and the kind of finesse, the quality of the work, you wonder. They finish and that is all. 2D, 3D. So quite a number who have no background. Because a class of 60, they don't get maybe 5 or we won't get 10 who have done leather at the SS. So they come completely novice. They don't have idea about leather, even though they have done SS art at the SS level. So they take them through and they don't have, if you see it's purely artwork. So you give them very challenging projects, goals that are creative and functional. My class, the class creative activities, I don't normally give them project that they will copy, like go and make sandals, those things, bags, and no. Give them art project, things that will let them create, redesign themselves. So we do all, both. By the time you get to the final year, you will know all aspects. Footwear, if it's bag, upholstery, decorative works, vases, anything. And give them very challenging works. I think you saw some vase. That work, I asked them to come out with a pot. And they were all confused. That project, I said this time, we are going to make a pot. You see, they're thinking, oh, pot. And it's circular. And so they were confused. And so this too, at one time I gave them work, a wine case that would take like 6 bottles. And it's easy. So they come, it's like, oh, they want graphics. You come and you got a graphics. Then they realize, hey, your counterparts here, when they finish, those days you finish now, you get job. It's these days, go and write exams and it's not guaranteed that once you finish. So even that one, we managed to go around and solve it. We tell them, no, it's because you want graphics, do it. Get the professional thing. When you finish and you want to teach, you do the master's in that education, then you are a professional teacher. And that there's even an advantage there. It makes you all-round graphic designer. So I think that is when it comes to the challenges, that one is a general thing. I mean, the problem with studios all over. I mean, because it was a new course that was added. We don't have studio like the standard studio. We have the sewing machines, the industrial sewing, where students will go like even lab to test the quality of leather, and we don't have those things. But in spite of all this, I mean, the works are excellent. Those who want to work come out with very good works. You know, there are some too very poor. We are begging them as if they are doing the work for you. So, and then that one is not particular with leather. It cut across. You get them in graphics, in textiles, and that has been the. I think the only other things, another thing perhaps that is not inspiring them is that we don't have these small setups in leather. Like graphics, you go. I mean, they have the big time press houses and the studios. Individuals and their tonnage doing. You don't see that of leather. Perhaps that is also there to inspire them. Because even if you want to take them on field trips, where are the industries or the leather thing? Tannery is even a problem. We don't have a place to tan. No tannery industry. We have some small thing. And when you go there, that's where they tan, Abuabo and Asawasi, you will not like the place. Some shitty, messy place. But even they're not the same thing, but guy. So the whole thing is not well structured. But that shouldn't prevent anybody from going.